Welcome, everyone. We just had some technical challenges this morning, so you've got to love technology when it decides to work. I'm just going to bring up the other screen so I can see all of your comments. So once again, apologies about that. I don't normally have tech challenges, but today was a bit of a doozy. I have the two amazing ladies on here. Everyone knows Justine from previous interviews that I've done before. Thank you, Justine, for jumping on and making a little bit of a cameo appearance. And of course, the wonderful Leona Douglass over all the way in the US of A. And yeah, another galactic little jump down the rabbit hole on this powerful product that we have. So make sure that you have your phones on silent, and that way we can really tune in and focus because we've got some more powerful information to share. And that's why we've asked Justine to jump on and to share more with us. So Leona, would you like to share a little bit as well? Because, this recording is obviously going out to your tribe, and I'd like you to jump in and let me know what you're so passionate about when it comes to our stunning golden drops and what you would like to go through today.
Yes, hi, welcome guys. Leona with Empowering Wellness, your destination wellness guru, the practicing shaman, body worker, and energy worker that is here to help share my passion of health and wellness. I've been in the industry for over 20 years. And I get so excited when I find new products and new technology that's out there that really helps the body support its own natural way of healing. Our body can heal itself. It's just needing the right environment, the right support, the right practitioners, finding that right, what I always say, formula, that little magic formula that works for your body. And so when I was personally having issues of sciatica, I reached out to Jamie and was like, hey, another wellness practitioner, I've tried all the things. What do you got in your toolbox of some new tools? And that's when we came out with our magic golden drops. And I have not had any sciatica since. I was dealing with it for 4 months, and I have had zero pain and inflammation in my body since. So I have been so excited to be able to tell everybody in my Empowering Wellness group and around the world how we can help support you. We don't want to have the brain fog, the gut health, the inflammation, the pain in our bodies, because it doesn't allow us to be able to rock and roll and do the things that we love. Like, I love travel, I love ballroom dancing, and you want to be able to move your body with ease and grace and love and joy. And we're here to be able to give you some tools to be able to do that. So we're going to talk a little bit about the magic golden drops. Of course, we're going to talk about how we can support gut health, because our stomach is our second brain. And so when this isn't functioning right, we're not having clarity. We're dealing with that brain fog in our body. So we're going to talk about this, and then we're going to talk about talking to our subconscious, not our conscious mind, because a lot of times we think we know what we want, but our body knows differently. So we're going to learn to talk to our body and communicate from within and know what is in our highest and best to be able to make the decisions for ourselves. And that's called muscle testing. So we're going to learn all of that and more. So I welcome you to our webinar for me in the US in Florida, our Wellness Wednesday. It's the evening for me, and good morning, my Aussie friends and the rest of the world, for you. So thank you so much for having me in. Leona with empoweringwellness.me.
Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. Just I'll pass to you, Justin, in a moment, just so you can introduce yourself. What I just quickly wanted to go through was just a couple of things with regards to what we're going through today, just so we're really clear. So something that I'm really passionate about, and like Leona just mentioned too, is muscle testing. So like in the event I actually shared, we're going to go through muscle testing for the exact dosage for your body with the golden drops, how to ask the exact question based on the circumstances you want to resolve, and how to be unattached from the outcome of that answer as well. And then also we're going to go through a little bit more, not too in detail, but we're going to go a little bit more into Synbiofy, which is a very powerful gut pre and probiotic / detox as well. So that's a very powerful product to have. Now, the one thing I just wanted to quickly add is a post I did earlier as well, because a lot of the time, especially if you've jumped on the webinar or you're listening into the Zoom, it's like, well, why do I take this product? And we can talk about inflammation, but I always like to educate people with the right information and give you the links so you can do your own research. And a post I put up yesterday was about PubMed. So some of you may have heard of PubMed before. It's an amazing website where you can go in and search actually published medical peer-reviewed journals and things that have been done over 5, 10, 20 years or 6 months with thousands of people in these, I was going to say survey, it's not a survey, it's in like a scientific study, and these are all published studies. So when you actually go to PubMed and you put in inflammation, there was, I'm just reading from the post, there's 948,258 results of studies that have been done on inflammation. But when you put in inflammation and disease, there are 512,141 results. So, and without getting too geeky on it, there is such a direct correlation between inflammation, chronic inflammation, and disease. And so by taking these incredible powerful drops, which is curcumin or curcumin, curcumin is the active ingredient in turmeric. But the challenge, like Leona and I went through last time in our interview, the curcumin and the turmeric is not bioavailable. It doesn't really absorb into the bloodstream, let alone at effective levels to really reduce, let alone dramatically reduce inflammation and chronic pain. And so Vidafy, an incredible company, have created their own technology, this BioMS technology, which is reduced. So all nano means is extremely small, really, in layman's terms. So they've reduced the curcumin to such a small like particle, it can enter the bloodstream and the cell. So that's why we're having really, really powerful testimonies from people, even myself, after 2 days. After 2 days, on that third morning, I woke up, the aches and pains I had in my lower back, gone. I actually swung my legs, I got out of bed, and it was only a few minutes later I realized I wasn't grabbing and holding my lower back when I got out of bed. And I've continued to have more and more realizations and benefits become clear to me the longer I've been taking the product. Clarity, mental clarity, focus. My actual hair has started to go darker. And that took about 3 months before I started to notice the hair going darker. So who actually knows how chronic inflammation is affecting us? You know, we might have aches and pains. We need to do research. I love to do research. I love to jump down the rabbit hole and look at more information. And if you think about what's happening in the world right now, you know, when it comes to what is in the atmosphere, and I'm being compliant with my language, what's in the atmosphere that we're breathing in every day, phone towers, 3G, 4G, 5G, they're all very bad for us. And I never put the phone next to my head, but we've got to be aware, Wi-Fi in your home, it's got to be turned off. You know, so we're getting impacted by all of these negative frequencies and energies. And so our bodies are inflamed. They're more inflamed than ever. And so that's why for me, I don't bother having turmeric and eating turmeric because I know I'm not going to absorb it. So therefore, I'm always looking for products that solve a chronic problem. And, you know, when you look at PubMed and you look at there's like nearly 1 million results for inflammation and over 500 or 500,000 on inflammation and disease, you know, you can see that there's obviously a chronic problem in society when it comes to this. So that's why I'm so passionate about actually talking and educating and doing these webinars on these nano golden drops because they are absolutely fantastic. So that's all I wanted to quickly share now. I just wanted to handball it over to Justine. Justine, can you just share a little bit about you? You know, you don't need to go on, with the whole, because, I know it's a fantastic story and testimony, and I would love to hear it all again. But yeah, just share as you do from the heart, who you are and why you've got involved with Vidafy and why now, you're educating and helping literally thousands of people in Australia and overseas with this product.
Yeah, thanks, Jamie. Yeah, I'd love to. So yeah, my name's Justine Coles. I'm from Melbourne, Australia. And I was very fortunate to be introduced to this. I can't believe it's nearly 12 months ago that I was first told about this. Yeah, and mum was in hospital. I know I've shared this testimony before in your group, and introduced to a new business opportunity, and I was like so far from even thinking about anything like that, but they reassured me that this product could help my mum. So I went into Disruptive Wellness, where we have our company testimonial group, and that's just where I got inspired. And yes, if you haven't been in it, it's something that I highly recommend to have a look at. because that's where you can see how it is really helping people as well. And so I'm, fast forward 12 months, I'm a diamond leader. I'm got almost 1,000 people in my team. And I know that my mum and myself have inspired people around the world. And the story has just gone so far. And the quality of people that have come into this business is just amazing. The testimonials that I am seeing and I've have in my team, we've been running live events. And so we've had everyone coming to these live events and sharing their testimonials. And it is so heartwarming to see how we're changing people's lives. People are able to move their bodies with ease. Their brains are working better. They've got hope again, and it's just changing everything for everyone. So I am so passionate about sharing this. So I'm really grateful that I'm honoured that you've asked me to be here today, because we can never stop sharing it and getting this message out to people, because this product we're only just really getting started. And we've already done what we've done, and so 2024 is just going to be so exciting for us as a team, and the legacy that we're creating in a company will officially be launched here around July. We've got our official launch. So we are still in pre-launch at the moment. So we're buying, buying wholesale kits and getting people on the product, taking it consistently, and the testimonials are just coming in thick and fast. So,
So Justine, I just wanted to jump in. For some reason on the live stream, both on my phone and the other PC, your camera's blank. Now on the Zoom here, I can see you crystal clear. So can you turn your video maybe off and then back on?
Yeah, sure.
Because obviously I'd like everyone to be able to see you instead of just looking at me.
Is that working?
Let's see. No.
Something ain't right.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It's blank on my side too.
Do you want me to log out? Do you want me to leave and then come back in? There might be.
I'm not sure. See, even you, Leona, when you come on with your video, I can see you here on the Zoom, but you're not on the live stream.
Yeah, I can't see Leona either. Yeah.
Interesting. I don't know why that is.
Do you want me to leave and come back?
Yeah, try that, because obviously I want everyone to see both of you.
Well, maybe it's when we talk. Is it when I talk, is the Zoom picking me up and then it's going through?
No. So on the Zoom, I can see all of you with your videos on, but on the actual live stream in the group, I can't see you. Interesting. Okay.
All right, I will, I guess, disconnect and come back.
Okay. So Justine. Yeah, so it's still you're blank. Oh, you'll need to unmute.
I've never seen this before.
No, either have I. Once again, remember there was that energy that came in this morning and we had to clear it. And so I really believe, there is a spiritual wall that's going on between good and the light and the dark. And we have something, I believe, that's so powerful and it's helping so many people. And there's unwanted energies that don't want us to succeed. So that only strengthens my belief and my certainty, of something like this that we've got, which is so, so powerful.
Yeah, we'll push through anyway.
Absolutely.
And create it. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so we promised that we'd go through the muscle testing, asking the questions, how to ask the questions, which I know, Leona, you're going to go through. There is a short video I'd like to share on that. But at the same time, Justine, can you share, go back to sharing your testimony and what really opened your heart to this?
Yeah. So last year, my mum's been going through, she had about probably 5 or 6 different things that she was dealing with, with Parkinson's and fibromyalgia being the two most dominant ones. And she ended up in hospital this time last year. It was 2 days before Christmas. And the pain was 20 out of 10. And the doctors and nurses were just at a loss as what to do. They had shuffled her around different hospitals back and forward. One of them was creating more stress because there was 5 demented men sharing a bathroom with her. And the stress was the anxiety that created. So we said, all right, well, let's get her back home. And I went and worked from home with my job that I had. So I was trying to assist. And we had some, we were having some small wins, but, like the pain would just, and there was nothing that we could do to ease her. We tried affirmations and mindfulness and moving her body, and, like it was so distressing. And I got a phone call. Actually, I'll backstep one more. Mum actually spoke to me and said she couldn't be here anymore. She can't live like this. And I gave her permission to do whatever she needed to do to get out of pain. I spoke to a girlfriend of my mum's whose husband had passed away before that, and we talked about mum needing to have that conversation with my stepdad so that he would let her go as well, because she was holding on for him, kind of thing, like all sorts. There was lots of deep conversations going on. I was even praying to my brother, who's no longer with us, to take her because I just couldn't watch. Yeah. And then I got I went into the hospital, and she said to me in February, and she held my hands and she goes, I don't want to die. I want to fight this. And when somebody's in pain and you want to take it away, so you just go, all right, I'll find something. Yeah. And I saw my stepdad, and he's sitting there on the bed like this with his head in his hands. Like he's been in hospital with her by this stage. It was probably about, I don't know, 85 days or something like that. They'd been in hospital, right? And so I could only stay for short visits. So I walked out and I burst into tears because I remember going, what am I going to find? Like, the doctors can't find anything. We've done everything. We've got neurologists, we've got Ayurvedics, we've got all naturopaths, we've got everybody on board trying to help mum, and nothing's been able to work. So I think it took about 3 or 4 days, and I get a phone call about this. And at first it was about the business opportunity, and I just went, I can't even think about anything like that. And then they said, no, have a look, because this could help your mum. So I got on a call with Rebecca White, who brought it to Australia, and I saw the vision. And I'm like, okay. So I got a bottle, took it to the hospital. Mum and Paul were like, mum was scared. Everything else, even CBD oil and all the stuff that apparently will help, she's in the 1% that reacts and creates more of what we're trying to stop.
Ah, okay.
Mum was very nervous to try this. And so we told her she was having 1 drop. Oh, the doctor approved it, by the way, and said, yes, it's all natural. So he charted it for the nurses to monitor and everything. So it was, really good to have a doctor that was on board.
Yeah, that's significant for the medical fraternity to do that.
Yeah, so he was pretty amazing. And I think, when things happen for the right reasons, sometimes you can't see. Going back and forward between hospitals and then getting to him was what she was supposed to do. So it all worked out well from that point of view. And anyway, so we actually gave her 3 drops. And day 1, she had 40 minutes of no pain. And then each day there was small wins, and we're going, okay, cool. There was talks of like enemas and things like that because she hadn't been to the toilet, and she went with ease. And it was like all these little wins, and we're like, okay, cool. And it was the 3rd week that I got the phone call from mum to say, you have your mum back. Now, I don't know if you can imagine, my mum rang my phone and I could see mum calling. And mum hadn't done that in probably 2 years because she had to be off technology, the pain in her body and all the stress and the grief, all this stuff. She didn't get on her phone. And so when I saw my mum ringing me, I was like, oh my God, like it was just, I still remember the joy and the excitement and the squeal like a little girl, you know, and she's like, I just want to tell you, you've got your mum back. And I just burst into tears, like to hear her have hope after the conversations we'd had about her wanting to leave this world. Like this is just mind blowing, you know, and I still never forget it. It just brings me so much joy to think that we have done that, you know. And then the following week, she was in the hydro pool, you know, and then 6 weeks later, the doctor had said to her, if she puts on 10 kilos, because she had got down to 48 kilos or something, she was a bag of bones. If you put on 10 kilos, you can go home. And she went home. And she did. I remember her doing a Facebook Live and telling everyone she's in the hospital car park, you know, waiting for Paul to come back. And, you know, and it was just, I don't know, the fact that we'd missed so much. We didn't have Christmas with her. We didn't have her birthday. We didn't, you know, like, and so Mother's Day last year was our first family outing, and we went and fed the ducks and, you know, and I just had with all the grandkids, and it was just, you know, going from thinking we're organising a funeral to planning events and, you know, and doing it. We had Christmas, you know, like I went out for lunch with her the other day, you know, like it was just, you know, like she's still working through some stuff. It's, you know, she's not back to being Superwoman, but, you know, like she's almost, you know, she's getting there. She's, you know, she's just come such a long way. And having Mum's testimonial and the before and after shots that we've shown were just so dramatic. We've shared this around the world, and it's just gone viral to the point where the company couldn't keep up with stock, you know, like, and people were saying it's your mum's fault, you know, like it's just, yeah. And it's just been absolutely amazing. For me personally, this has changed my life on, you know, our family's life on so many levels. But for me personally, I'm a single mum. I work really hard. I have a really well-paying railway job. I've done it for 20 years, but it burns me out because we do a lot of night shift, weekends, 12-hour shifts, you know, things like that, missing out on a lot of family time because of the weekend work. And I did not do a weekend last year. I went to every footy match. I'm now earning like 10 grand a month, you know, like it's just, I've created this beautiful business. I didn't know I was going to do it. And I've attracted some amazing people, being one of you, Jamie, into my team. And we are getting to work together, sharing this testimonial and so many others now, helping so many people around the world. And we've only just got started, really. We are about to open up other countries and launch this and inspire so many more people. I know that this is what I'm meant to do. I'm just loving sharing this. Yeah.
It's amazing. And I you know, it's seeing your transformation and journey through this has been phenomenal, where we were in tears the first time you shared that story with me. And then just that joy and that delight that's, you know, radiating from you. Is it okay if I do a quick screen share and show them the before and afters of your mother?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Everyone make sure you're
Powerful.
sitting down. So just for complete clarity, what was the timeline from having the conversations with the doctor on end of life and when she called you? What's that timeline?
Oh, we had been having, probably 3 weeks. It was, we'd been having those end of life conversations for 3 weeks before.
No. When you started having that, when you were having those conversations and she took the drops to your mother calling you saying you've got your mum back.
Oh, okay. So the 4th of March last year was day 1 of the drops.
Yeah.
Right. And I think it was 3 weeks that she rang me.
Okay. Now everyone keep that in mind. Okay. And then clarify the photos too, the timeline of the photos.
Yeah.
But look at this. Here's the before on the right. Sorry, the before on the left and the after on the right.
Yep. So that was the 4th of March on the left.
Yep.
Yep. And then I think that the one on the right is actually May. So that was a couple of months. That was 9 weeks later.
9 weeks.
Yeah, 9 weeks after she tried the first 3 drops. Yeah.
Which is phenomenal. It's such a powerful before and after shot and story on ensuring, like having the curcumin.
And could I just say, like, I know we're talking about mum's health and the pain in her body here, but I just want to point out another thing here. See her hair?
Yes.
See how thin and limp it is on the left-hand side?
Yeah.
That was my mum's normal. Even 10 years ago, that was my mum's normal. She used to go to a hairdresser 2 or 3 times a week to get it blow waved because she doesn't have my buff hair, right? That hair on the right is unblow waved natural hair. What
Wow.
it's done for her hair is just, for me, I can't believe it. She doesn't need to go to the hairdresser anymore. And even her hairdresser is blown away.
Yeah.
Like, it's just unbelievable. I mean, look at my hair. Look how long it is. My hair never grew. Like, it always stayed here. Do you know what I mean? Like, it just,
Yeah. Leona, I'm just curious, this is the first time that, you've met Justine and heard this story. Is there anything that pops into your awareness of what you would like to share or ask Justine with regards to what she's just shared?
Can you see me? Hear me?
We can hear you. Yes.
Okay, still can't see me. All right. No, I think that's incredible that not only is it the weight gain because her body's functioning, but the hair gain, that picture looks like clarity in her eyes. It is really quite remarkable, the difference and in such a short amount of time, because most people would have thought that would have been months and months and months, not weeks time in between. So that's truly, truly incredible. Thank you so much, Justine, for sharing that story and being able to have such a success for all of us to be able to see truly what Mother Earth has put on this planet for us, and that this amazing technology is created that allows our body to actually absorb and become healthy again and vibrant and have vitality. Like, that's incredible. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And Leona, what else would you like to focus on right now? What pops into your awareness that you would really like to share?
So we're going to go over the muscle testing in a little bit. I wanted to just touch a little bit about the gut health, because we were talking about her gaining weight and things like that. So I know that the Vidafy, the company, has pre and probiotics that you can actually use as like a gut reset, almost like a detox to cleanse, and then you can kind of take them. How have you used them in the past?
Yeah, so what's recommended is in the box, there's 10 packets, okay, and there's 4 in each packet. And so they recommend to do that for a 10-day gut cleanse. Okay, so because it's a pre and probiotic herbal and fiber blend, and as you talk about, with the gut health and the brain health, it all goes together. So they recommend the 10 days, and then I continue on with that. I have 2 tablets a day as my normal pre and probiotic. And so the synergy of the 2 together really does create magic in the body. Okay, getting everything to work. With the testimonials that have come through for people dealing with, like celiacs and who can't eat wheat and, and things like that. It's just changing their lives, so yeah.
And that's amazing that you can do a cleanse on it and then use it as maintenance afterwards.
Yes.
Kind of like how we know if you need more drops in the beginning, you can do more and then, maintain it and then have it consistently in your system. So that's fantastic. Thank you for that. And do you normally take it in the morning with water?
I do it at night, but I know some people who do it in the morning. So it really just depends on when it's going to suit you. But yeah, I prefer to take it before I go to bed. Yeah.
Me too. I've always learned that gut health, you want your probiotics at night, so while you're sleeping, your body's repairing all the gut flora and everything is regenerating in the evening.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Perfect.
So, whilst you've both been sharing, I actually have, you may be able to see, I've brought up the actual slide from the company's presentation.
Yep.
That actually gives us a little bit more information there as well. And so, as a lot of us may know, that, our mental health is directly related to our gut health. And if our gut is toxic and we're not, going to the bathroom like with stool, 2 to 3 times a day, things are slow through there, and then that can create, fecal matter getting stuck in the digestive system, which creates toxins and leaky gut syndrome, and it starts to poison us from the inside out. So, gut health is extremely important. Of course, what you put in your mouth is extremely important, and what you put on your skin. But it's really important that we actually detox our gut and make sure we're putting in the right nutrition for our gut specifically. And, just think, like Justine said, the combination of the Synbiofy and the drops are going to help with gut health, reducing that chronic inflammation and mental clarity. So, it's absolutely, the combination and the synergy is what's really important. And as you can see there on the slide, you're promoting a whole body detox, not just the digestive system, a whole body detox. And then also, like if you just read from the slide there, the symbiotic products being the probiotics, which is the flora, and then the prebiotics, which is the food for the bacteria to help them thrive. Of course, that maintains a healthy intestinal system and digestive tract, which is really important. It improves the nutrient absorption. It's, obviously, once again, you can go and use PubMed to research, not Synbiofy, but research gut health and pre and probiotics and get educated about these things. Because I believe the more educated you are, the more knowledge you have, it helps you to really realize what a powerful product that this is. So probiotics have been shown to intervene in the production of vitamins. Also, lactobacillus strains can increase the bioavailability of some minerals. So once again, healthy gut system, improve your digestion and your absorption of the nutrients that you're actually putting into your body, which is, there's an old saying, you're only as healthy as what you absorb. So we need to make sure our gut health is number one. Also too, there you can see exhibits antidepressant properties. So probiotics have been shown to contribute to better overall well-being and health, both mental and physical. And then also can contribute to cognitive health. So, we've talked about the combination of that. And we need to make sure that we have the right gut flora thriving. And if we're drinking alcohol, taking lots of pharmaceutical drugs and other things, antibiotics, they kill off the flora and the system that we have within us. So we really need to make sure that we're detoxing our bodies because of what we've had in the past orally. Maybe chemicals or sunscreens and chemicals you've rubbed on your skin, all of those toxins that you're breathing in. Maybe you're drinking tap water that has potential, fluoride and heavy metals and other contaminants in it. We really need to detox the body. So you've got like an all-in-one here where it's improving your gut health and detoxing your gut, but helping your whole body to detoxify. So that's very, very important. Back over to you, Leona.
Excellent. Yeah, thank you. That's such a good point about our skin, because people don't realize our skin is the largest organ of our body. So anything that we put on our skin is going to be directly affected. When I do my massage work and I use my essential oils in the blend, within 20 minutes, it's in their blood system working systematically. And so I don't think people realize how much the environment and what we're putting on really does affect. So getting chemical-free and toxic-free products are so important. Cleansing out the gut to clear everything out, and then being able to then actually absorb the good things that you're putting in it is such a beautiful combination. So I absolutely love that. So thank you so much for sharing that and how you guys have used it and how you can maintain it. And it's not just a detox, but also a maintenance. And then again, taking it in the evening and allowing that rest and repair, because like sleep is so important, right? And I know that people are also improving their sleep with this as well, because when the inflammation's done, you can improve your sleep, and sleep is where we regenerate, where we're resting and letting everything recharge. So I love that we get to have this combination together while we're sleeping. And that's what we're probably going to now, is the muscle testing. Sometimes people like to take things in the morning, sometimes at night, depending on a person's body, if they need, one dosage of the drops or twos. And we can actually ask our body how to be able to do that. And I know that you have a great little video that you're going to share with us about muscle testing. So I'd love for you to kind of segue into that, sir.
All righty. I will bring that up right now. And then, I'm really looking forward to hearing, Leonie, how you do your muscle testing and the different forms of muscle testing, because we can either muscle test or use a pendulum or use our body. So I'm really looking forward to hearing from you as well. So this is just a short video, goes for a couple of minutes. And okay, let me just, okay, there it is. And Justine, can you let me know that you can hear this as soon as I, okay, that's showing on the screen. Let's go.
So hello everyone. So we're just shooting this quick
Yep,
video.
got it.
Hope the audio is okay, and we'll do a better one later. Just to share with you what I've been doing with regards to muscle testing. So the type of muscle testing I'm using is it helps me to tune into my higher self and loving creator, so I can tune into my soul's consciousness to work out what's the action that's for my best and highest good, which is not based on my personality or my ego or anything. I'm just tuning into my heart and my higher self, because my higher self and your higher self is connected through the quantum field to the divine creator. All of the information, all of that energy is in the field. So I'm tuning into my higher self as I tap on my heart chakra with my 4 fingers. My higher self and loving creator is filming this video for my best and highest good. And then I muscle test, and it's a yes. So I'm pushing my first and finger and thumb on my left hand together, and I'm putting my pointer finger on my right hand, and I'm putting it up close. I'm not trying to hit to push it out. I'm nestling my finger up close so it's connected. And so what's happening is, because your soul's and my soul's consciousness is flowing through our whole body, through every fiber of our being, every strand of DNA, every cell and atom. So I'm not asking my body, because my body is my subconscious, as is yours, and we're still holding on to trauma from this life and past life. So instead of asking the body, which will give you a distorted answer, you're tuning into your higher self and loving creator, which is that powerful highest frequency we can tune into. So when I tap and say my higher self and loving creator, I'm pushing firm. So my consciousness is creating that loop, that solid loop. So you can say, my higher self and loving creator, please show me my muscle testing yes. Then I push and I'm squeezing, and then I'll push against, and that's a yes. If it's a no, my finger and thumb just falls apart and becomes quick, because my higher self, which is running through my system, is saying, no, that's not for your best and highest good. And it's important when you're asking the question not to be attached to the outcome of the question. We must be detached to the outcome. And that way we're working out what's for our best and highest good. Because if we keep making decisions based on our egoic wants and unresolved emotional needs, then we're never really going to evolve to that highest place that we can. So, but I'm not making decisions based on what my eyes are seeing, because remember, your eyes are the gateway to your soul, your pineal gland, which is the seat of the soul. So I'm always tuning into my heart, the soul, and connecting to that divine presence. It's like, show me where I'm meant to be. I can't see with my eyes, because this current reality is based on past thoughts, feelings, behaviors, and actions. So I'm always tuning in to show me where I'm meant to be. Where's the next frequency match? Where's the next GPS coordinates that my higher self and loving creator knows I'm meant to be at, to meet clients, to meet someone. It might even just be a knowing look, an exchange of energy with someone that I've needed to have, which is what's happened in the past. I was guided to go to a cafe. I had no intention to go there, but it was like, where am I meant to be right now? And for my highest and best good. And I ended up at a cafe. And this one lady walked in, and as she walked in, she looked directly at me. There was this powerful exchange of energy. And I know she needed that energy from me in that moment. And then when she walked out, we said goodbye to one another. She turned to me to say goodbye, and she left. And in that moment, I knew that was it. And so I left. So when we go beyond what we can see with our eyes and we tune into our higher self, you're really experiencing life at that level that your soul's destined to have, destined to experience. And that way we're completely detached from what's happening around us. We're tuning into our heart and soul to put you in the locations of where your highest destiny, where you're meant to be. And that's why I love teaching people how to tap on their heart and then muscle test. Show me my yes. show me my no. The no means you get weak and the finger pushes out. And that's the best way that I've been able to let go of what I see here, to tune in and to work out where I'm meant to be. I've met clients, I've met people, I've had profound experiences when I've just tuned in and muscle tested where I'm meant to be. So I'll shoot more videos and put them up about how to.
Okay. So there we go. Once again, for me, I believe when we're listening and we're tuning in and we feel that, like, our intuitive prompts, you don't need to muscle test because you're trusting that intuition, you're trusting that guidance. But if you're not clear, you muscle test. And I muscle test like that. If I'm standing up or I'm maybe in the shops, I'm tuning into what's in the organic store. And it's like, what do I need right now for these goals? I want to build muscle and lose fat. And so I'll tune in and I might muscle test that way, or my body pendulum. And when I tune in with my knees bent, my yes is forward, like I feel like my body's just falling forward, and my no is backwards. You know, I can use my pendulum, like my chain. You know, there's multiple ways that I have been taught from my healer 30 years ago, and that I've just developed myself over time. So, Leona, yeah, I'm really fascinated seeing as you teach this as well. I would like to hear from you and what you've found to be quite a profound experience.
So for those that can see me on the live stream, you cannot, but hopefully in the recording, you guys will be able to see me because this will be going out in the recording. I have learned in my shamanic training and energy work that I will check people's chakras and ask questions with a pendulum. And so I will start off by asking, show me my sacred yes. And then I wait for the pendulum to start moving in a direction. And then you can see this one is going forward and backwards. Once I've seen the directions, I say, thank you. And then I hold it still and I say, show me my sacred no. And then I wait to see what direction it goes. And you always want to ask. A lot of times it's the same, but I always feel like you need to ask because maybe something is different that day and you need to make sure that it's that day and that moment that you're in alignment. So now that I know my yes and my no, I can ask it different questions, but also in my healings, I also ask it, show me my healing spiral, and I will hold the pendulum over a chakra point or an energy point that needs to be healed until the spiral stops. And so I will hold it and it will hold its spiral and it will get bigger and more powerful, and that spiral will continue. And then when it is done, and I will say, is this complete? Is the energy spiral complete? It will then go back to its back and forth yes. So that's a really great way when I'm doing it if I don't want to do it with my body. But I personally love to show because not everybody has a pendulum, or sometimes with the hands or the arms, people might have an injury that might affect their pushing on one arm or another with a shoulder or a finger. And so I really like to use the body when I teach my clients how to do it for themselves. And I'm going to try to bring my thing up so you can actually see my body and be able to kind of understand what I'm saying. And so I will stand. A lot of times I will have them laterally. When I do my theta healing and remote sessions with people, I actually will ask questions for digging questions to their subconscious. So I'll have them stand and shake out their body. A lot of times I'll have them put their hands on their solar plexus, their personal power center, to kind of anchor, or their hands out by the side, but just kind of soft, relaxed knees. And I'll say, show me my sacred yes. Show me my sacred no. And mine is generally that, but again, people change all the time. So for when you would hold this, I would ask, is taking 10 drops in my highest and best? Is taking 9 drops in my highest and best? Is taking 8 drops? No. So I know 10 drops is my dosage for me now. Before it was more and it was more often. So I will ask, do I need this once a day? Yes. Do I need it twice a day? No. Before I needed it twice a day and more of it. But when you're in what we call the healing crisis and there's something going on like that sciatica flare-up I was dealing with, I needed more of it. Now that my body's kind of like grooving and leveled out, I now test that I only need it once a day. I only need the 10 drops, and that's what's working for me. And I might get to a point where my body's feeling so good with all my other stuff that I'm doing that I might do less drops and less often, maybe every other day, just depending on it. But the thing is we're not asking here, because if we think about it, we're like, I need to read the label and I need to do exactly what the label says. Well, your body is not a label, okay? There's a recommendation, but your higher self, your highest and best, your body knows what is best for you, you know? So listen to your body, not the mind, and ask very specific questions of yes and no, because we get a yes or no answer. And then what I say is, when you say it out loud, is show me my sacred yes, show me my sacred no. So your body knows that it's showing you something, that you're not just asking, it's showing. So those are two very specific things that I learned from my Theta Master that I use with my clients, that I have them. So when they're in a store or they're in my, shop, and they're like, oh, what, supplement do I need? I said, well, I don't know, pick it up and see what's good for you. Like, let's see, because I don't know. I'm not your body, So we just ask our bodies, because our bodies are so smart. They want to heal. They want to be healthy. They want to be vibrant. And our cells are vibrating, right? We're all energy. And so all we're having to do is tap into our energy, tap into our bodies, and then give it exactly what it needs. So hopefully that is helpful. Is there any questions in that, Jamie?
Oh, I think that's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And I wholeheartedly agree. So many people go out there, and I know I used to do that a long time ago, and would spend so much money on so many different supplements. And it was like, really, it's a shotgun approach. It's like, well, why spray your money out? It's like, tune in and muscle test and work out. That's why we can go to different practitioners that have maybe a frequency machine or a bioresonance machine, because we need to find out exactly what we need for our cells, our DNA, and where we're at right now. We're all different, besides just two genders, men and women. There's massive differences there. So we need to take individual things for that. But then on a much deeper level, we just need to really work out what we're deficient in. Why can't we absorb certain nutrients, and really get to the root cause of what's going on? So yeah, I absolutely love everything that you shared. My healer Elaine many years ago taught me with a pendulum and a crystal how to do all that as well. And I think it's absolutely fantastic. And in healing sessions with clients in the past, I would do that. You tune into that divine energy, channel that energy, different frequencies, and then use the pendulum. I would use the pendulum to open up each of the chakras, and then I would scan their body. And as the pendulum moved, it would deviate over their body where they had a blockage. So then that energy would clear the blockages, and it's fantastic. There's so many things. That's why this is like a series, Leona, and I'd like to discuss this more with you. There's so many subjects that we can talk on to educate people about.
Absolutely. I mean, I'll use my pendulum to see what crystals people need to be able to have in a healing session, to like what supplements, to how often, to the frequency, to asking subconscious questions like, are you blocking your own healing? A lot of times people want to hold on to their story because it's serving them somehow. And we have to figure out what's really serving them. And so we can get deeper into it. And that's what I really have loved about becoming recently the executive healer with Theta, is like, the disease and disorder class that I just took, it really showed that a lot of times our diseases or disorders that happen in our body comes from something that's we've learned, or a past, or something that always comes down for an energetic. So if we can energetically clear and then give our body what it needs to be supported, those two things together is like magic. So we hope that you guys tune in for the next one to be able to learn more on how to empower your health and wellness journey. I look forward to hearing about your personal testimony. So if you've listened and you started with your drops and you want to come on and share, we would love to have you in the future webinars with us. And if there's anything in particular that you want from us, that you want us to answer or go deeper into, then let us know and reach out to us and send out emails or text messages or Facebook messengers to us, so that we can specifically answer those in the next webinar. Because I do agree, Jamie, that we have such power, and we're getting, literally, I look at it as this crystal grid of the world. You're on one side and I'm the other, and we're just like putting this energy of this healing circle around everything. And so if we can get both ends of this hemisphere and this world together to be in this balance and resonance, it's going to just create that ripple effect that's going to be raising that vibration and frequency that the world just so needs right now.
Absolutely. I wholeheartedly agree. I just wanted to quickly share too, before we finish things off, And I appreciate everyone tuning in. And of course, the challenges with my live stream. I don't know why the girls aren't showing up, but I will upload this Zoom recording so you can see everyone as well. But yeah, so basically there's two types. I don't have a box of Synbiofy with me, but when it comes to the bottles, we have the Nanofy Curcumin, and that's the bottle, and it's a darker, it looks like a darker red. Okay, so that's the one with vitamin D. And then we have the Curcumin Plus, and that one is a little bit lighter in color there, and that has extra ginger and vitamin C in it. And so with the drops, I'll just open this one to show you. It's quite a thick liquid. So you can see there, it's quite a thick liquid, and there's the drops. So it's easy to see how many drops that you can actually use. For me, the best way to take this is straight under the tongue. So I would point the dropper into my mouth and put it under my tongue. I wouldn't touch my mouth, and I'd squeeze it in that way. You're not going to splatter it on your shirt or your blouse. And then that way I hold it under my tongue for about 15, 20 seconds. I swallow, and then I drink a nice hot cup of tea. Nighttime will be chamomile tea because that's relaxing. In the morning, I like a really good, strong Indian chai tea, and I'll have that in the morning. And that way I can sip my tea to wash it down. I sort of swish the hot tea through my mouth, and that washes any residue of the curcumin off my teeth. Your teeth will look bright yellow, but that's okay. You just drink the warm tea. And then once I've had my breakfast, I brush my teeth and floss anyway. So you will have no residue on your teeth. So that's the easiest way, the most powerful way to get it directly into your system. You can put the drops into your tea, but the way I look at it, and when you remember Justine's amazing testimony with her mum, 3 drops, and she was pain-free for 40 minutes. So for me, I want every little nanoparticle of the curcumin in my mouth and my body, not a residue on a cup or drinking it and putting stains on my face. So, you know, this product is very inexpensive. It's very affordable, and it's just an absolutely powerful product. So I want to make sure every little bit goes straight into my body. Now, for those of you that would like to enroll and order your wholesale package, if you start a wholesale account, it is free for the wholesale account, and you're basically getting it for around about 50% of the retail price. There are different packages that you can purchase, and that varies for each country that you're in. So if you're tuning in and you're one of Leona's tribe, then please go straight to Leona and ask her for more information and how you can place your order. If you're in one tribe and you'd like to try the drops, I've got a whole small box here of the Nano Curcumin, which is, as you can see, chock-a-block with bottles. I've got another box here the same size of the Plus, and I've got another box, a larger box outside. So I am happy for anyone here in Australia, because that's a lot easier for postage. If you would like to place your wholesale order, I'll happily give you 2 bottles for free, and I'll express post them to you as soon as you place your wholesale order. So if you're in my tribe, then reach out to me, send me a private message and say, Jamie, I'd like to look at the packs. I'd like to get started, and we can definitely go through that. And once again, if you're over in the US and you're part of Leona's tribe, or you're tuning in, hit Leona up, send her a message and say, hey, I'd like to look at the packages. I'd like to place a wholesale order. And I believe, Leona, you had a special offer that you wanted to give to your tribe as well.
Yes, for those that sign up and get a session, being an executive healer with Theta Healing, if you've never experienced, it's a very powerful energy healing. It also works remotely. So anybody that signs up and gets the magic golden drops from me, I would love to be able to set up a Theta Healing session with you, and then go a little bit further into the muscle testing and see what's the best way to take it for you, and kind of deep dive into your health and wellness journey. So when you go to my website, empoweringwellness.me, you can sign up right then and there. Once you sign up, contact me that you've gotten your drops. I think even the company emails me and says, you've got to, sign up. And once we know that you've signed up, then I'll be setting and scheduling the Theta Healing with you. So just get back with me, and I would love to help your health and wellness journey.
Absolutely fantastic. And like Justine mentioned before, we have the soft launch in Australia coming up as well. So I can't just send you a link so you can place your order because we don't have a warehouse here yet. All our shipments are coming over from either Mexico or the US. So you will need to jump on a Zoom with me or send me your details so I can put your order through for you. But you'll get your own back office and then can basically have full control over any of your wholesale orders you'd like to put in place. And I think that's about it without going into too much depth on anything else. This is absolutely phenomenal. And if you're in my tribe, you can go into the little magnifying glass, the search bar, and you can search Vidafy or Golden Drops and testimonials. And there's a whole range of testimonials. There's amazing interviews I did with both Justine and Rebecca White, mid to late last year for more information. And yeah, Justine, is there anything else you'd like to share before we tune out?
I'm not sure. I think we've covered most of everything. It was absolutely amazing. So thank you for sharing everything about the muscle testing, because that's my jam. I do the body pendulum most days, and share that with people. But as far as the drops go, like if you ask, if you've got any more questions, then reach out to Jamie, because these really have changed my family's life for the better, and we will never go back. And yeah, and I just look forward to sharing and inspiring people moving forward. So, because it is the real deal. We've got this amazing technology. One of the things that Mum said to me when she started taking the drops before the 3rd week, I remember her saying, "I love the frequency of these." Like, we weren't sure what it was doing yet, but she knew the frequency was good.
Yeah.
So yeah, these are amazing, and having them raising our vibration in this world that we live in is something that we have to work on every day. And I think this really does help us do that. And the healing that it facilitates and allows the body to do is just out of this world. And yeah, so I cannot stress, recommend these strong enough. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for sharing. I really appreciate you jumping on, Justine. And yeah, just quickly, like with my parents, like 84 and 80, Mum's 88 in April, Dad's 84, turning 85 in March. And like they had chronic like arthritis, thick, bent, swollen, discolored. Mum's left hand was that bad. If you just brushed it accidentally, like you lean to give a kiss on the cheek, you just brush it, she'd cry. And we had to have her arm in a sling, because even having it down, the blood flow and the pulsing from the blood flow would bring her into tears. And we were using cannabis creams and all sorts of things, and nothing really worked. 2.5 weeks, I had met you in Melbourne, Justine. I came back to Sydney. I gave Mum and Dad some bottles straight away, because, you do these things for the people that you love, or tolerate.
Yes.
And I showed Dad, this is the easiest way to take it, have a cup of tea. And then I think I went somewhere, I can't remember, but 2.5, 3 weeks later, I came back and Dad's looking at me and he's smacking his hands. And I was like, is that a new party trick? I was like, what are you doing? And he said to me, he goes, "I'm off my meds." And like, I've been at my dad for years to get off his meds.
Oh my God.
That generation, they trust the doctors.
Yeah.
Anyway, he said, "Look at your mum." And I was looking at Mum. Her hand wasn't in a sling. And then at dinner, Mum put her hands down and stood up with gusto. And I was like, I looked at Dad. I was like, what the, And so 2.5 weeks, Dad said, and they're off their meds. No pain. And I'm like, that's been massive.
I know. This is what I love. This just gives me so much joy. Like the text messages. I remember my first post I did. All I did was a little video of putting the drops in a glass, and I just said reducing inflammation, and that's all I did. Because I'm not a social media queen. I'm getting better, but and I started getting messages going, "What is this? What are you into now, Juz?" Like sort of thing. And so people, and since that, I remember this one guy, the first guy that reached out to me, he tried the drops, and the text messages I got after one day, his back pain that he didn't wake up with anymore after years of waking up every day in pain, he's just never felt it again.
Yeah.
His mum was in a major car accident, had severe, like from 15 years ago or something. she's in her 80s and lives with this whiplash pain in her body every day. Doesn't live with it anymore.
Yeah.
Like he is just, yeah, it's just blown his mind. And getting those text messages, you know, like sometimes I feel a little bit selfish because I'm getting all this joy all the time. It's like I want to share it to the world, you know, like let's all bask in it because, you know, this is just, yeah, it's just absolutely amazing.
Fabulous. Thank you so much for sharing. And Leona, any last words?
Yes, we all need more joy in our life. So if this brings us joy and allows the loved ones around us to feel better and move better, the best thing it is when my clients get on the table, they come off better than they came in. You know, they get a new supplement from me, they try it, it's working for them, they come in and they're not limping and they're feeling great. It does, it brings us joy, and that's what we want to do. So let's spread more joy, more love. Yes. More movement. Motion is lotion. Let's keep people moving, having fun, living their life, doing what they need to do to raise their frequency and vibration and allow, you know, truly to take healing into our own hands. And this is a way to do it. Get your hands on it. Get to us. Let us know how we can help empower your health and wellness journey, because it is all about you empowering your health and wellness.
Yeah,
absolutely. So thank you, Leona, for, I know it's been a little bit of a different dynamic today, but thank you for inviting us on because, you know, this is going out to your tribe. So thank you for all of you that have sat through and watched this after Leona sent it out to you. It's great to connect with you all again. Always a pleasure having you on, Justine and Leona. I love the interviews that we're doing. So let's have a bit of a brainstorm around other subjects that we can get on and help people with. So
absolutely. Absolutely. So let us know how we can help you. Send us messages, and thank you so much. Namaste, light and love.
See everyone. Bye.